Hello, I'm Kev and welcome to the first in a new series of videos intended to give you all the information you need to help you become a Football Manager YouTuber. As you may or may not know from my goals for 2017 video, one of my big goals for 2017 is to make sure that by the end of the year we've got at least 20 Football Manager YouTubers who have more than 5,000 subscribers and are currently active on YouTube. So all of the tips involved in this series of videos, it's going to be specific to Football Manager, but if you are looking to start a channel with any other niche game, you can apply most of it to that as well. I just happen to do Football Manager because that's what my channel is about. But what it won't do is tell you how to become a big FIFA YouTuber or a multi-game channel. But if it's one niche game, you can pretty much apply this to whatever you're looking to do. Now, the first thing you might notice and think is a little bit weird about the video is the fact that I'm just sat here in my garage. I don't have my green screen up. I don't have the game on behind me because really, before you can do anything, and the thing that people ask me most is what kit do you need to get started? So I've got a big pile of stuff on my desk in front of me. The reason you can't see my face properly is because I've got my lamps are being covered up by a pile of boxes of various bits of kit that I've got. But I want to talk you through how my setup works for Football Manager and compare that to the setup that you should get if you are just starting out, show you what I had. Because my biggest recommendation for if you want to start a Football Manager YouTube channel is to stop watching this video now, grab your laptop, grab a headset microphone, there you go, one of these, go and sit in a quiet place, don't worry about a camera, use your headset as a microphone and just start recording content and release videos regularly, because no one's going to watch those early videos, and that's a good thing. You don't want people to watch those early videos. If you look back at some of the early videos on my channel, I was getting 10 or 15 views a video, and that's great because those videos were awful, but what they let me do was learn how to make the content interesting. I learned how to use the editing software that I was going to use. I had several attempts where I forgot to turn the microphone on. I slowly but surely taught myself not to say constantly. And I know I've already said it a lot in this video probably, and I'll say it a lot more now I've got it in my head. But the biggest thing for me about that, it's actually something I learned as part of my teacher training. What they told us on the first day was there's nothing wrong with having a moment of silence while you think, because all going or you know, or any of these little speech tics that people have, it's just giving yourself thinking time. You're filling the sound with noise. You can just leave a gap like that where you're thinking about what word to say next, and it makes everything sound that little bit more fluent because you're not repeating stuff. I mean, there's nothing worse than people saying you know at the end of every sentence, because if they already know, you don't need to tell it. We don't need to get into all that. The point is, if you want to do a Football Manager YouTube channel, start doing a Football Manager YouTube channel. I mean it. You don't need any kit to begin with other than a laptop or a desktop PC and some kind of microphone. When I started out, I used this, and this is my old MacBook Air. I used that combined with this, which is a Logitech headset. I'm not sure what model it is. It doesn't say. I'll try and find a link to it and put it down in the description. That cost about 30 quid. This, a MacBook, has all the software you need to start making Football Manager videos. Apart from the game, you have to buy that. But those early videos, I recorded them using QuickTime. I edited them using iMovie. I used the odd PowerPoint slide here and there as well and recorded that using QuickTime. But the first probably 150 videos on my channel were recorded on this, using this, no camera, no fancy screen capture software, no fancy editing software, because it didn't matter at that point. What mattered was I was putting out videos every single day, learning how to make interesting and engaging Football Manager content and doing it 150 times to get good at it. And I can't emphasize enough how unimportant it is how many people are watching those videos. That's where you're learning your trade, you're learning how to edit, you're learning how to speak into a microphone. You might be learning to speak into a camera if you've got a few quid to get yourself set up. But you don't need to worry about people watching your channel until you're any good at it, because a lot of people will only give you one opportunity. the whole first impression cliche thing. If they watch your channel and your content's rubbish, they won't come back and give you another chance. So until you know the quality of your content is good, don't worry about promoting your channel. That's not the important thing. The important thing is to keep plugging away at it and get good. And the way to do that is to make a lot of content. And this goes against what a lot of people might recommend you do. But I genuinely believe the best way to learn how to do something is to do it over and over and over and over and over again. Make it a daily habit, make it something you constantly do, and you will improve. All that being said, you will get to the point, and probably if you're watching this video, you may already be at the point where you want to invest in some kit to be able to start making more professional quality videos. You don't need to go nuts. I've probably spent £3,000 or £4,000 over the last year on my channel. You certainly don't have to do that. I have a problem. You can produce really high quality content by spending, I don't know, £100, £150 probably. What you need to be, I mean, this microphone on here, the Logitech headset, which I'll link to, that's fine. Seriously, the quality on that is fine. Your next thing you want to do after that probably is to get a camera involved. And even then, the camera, this is fine. This is a Logitech camera, 1080p HD webcam. Again, I'll try and find out the model of it and put it in the description. But the next model up from that was on sale on Amazon for about £30 just before Christmas. It was all over Twitter, people buying it. A webcam like that is fine. And then you want some kind of lighting. For the first year of my channel, I had a thing like this with a lamp on top, and I don't know where the lamp's gone, so I can't show you it, but it was just this little light box that I bought off Amazon for 20 quid. It was a recommendation by Second Yellow Card. Again, I'll find it and link it up in the description below. But that was fine for the first year of my channel before I invested in these big lamp things, which if I just turn the camera and show you, there you go. I've got big lamps next to me now, big softbox lamp things. Try and put the camera back where it's supposed to be. But you don't need them straight away. They're for later when you want to start using a green screen. So, sort of next level up. As a starter, can't emphasize enough, all you need is a laptop, some basic editing software, and some kind of microphone. If you want to start upgrading from there, the Blue Snowball, is a great microphone. The Snowball Ice costs about 50 quid on Amazon. It will do everything you could possibly need it to do. Very good quality. Get one of those. There's no reason to ever upgrade from there. The fact that I did just proves that I have a problem. And then camera-wise, I got one of these, a Panasonic little video camera, HD video camera. Used that up until about a week ago, and it's fine. Was that this? What was this? Thought that was my main camera making funny noises. But yeah, I used this up until about a week ago. I've only upgraded to, where's the box for it? I've upgraded to this, the PowerShot G7X, not for this channel, but because I'm starting a vlog channel as well, and I needed it for that. This would have lasted me forever for making Football Manager content, and you can pick these up for about 100 quid, probably even less if you look on eBay. It's a Panasonic HC V160. The main thing is it's a 1080p HD webcam, and it does the job fine. For screen capture, I use Bandicam now, which cost me about £20. You could just as easily use something like OBS, which is free. I personally don't get on with it, but if you are interested in using OBS, Dr. Benji has a brilliant video showing you how to use OBS to record Football Manager content, and I'll link to that in the description down below as well. And if you want to know how to use Bandicam, Second Yellow Card is the man to show you about that, although it will come up in one of my videos later on, but I'll link to the Second Yellow Card video, which tells you all about Bandicam. For editing, I now use Premiere Pro, which the only reason I use that is because it was the cheapest option for doing what I wanted to do. Once I started getting the green screen, iMovie didn't cut it anymore. It doesn't let you do the green screen stuff. So I needed something that let you use a chroma key. Premiere Pro costs me £15 a month as part of the Adobe Creative Cloud, along with Photoshop and Dreamweaver and other software that I needed anyway. you could just as easily get Final Cut Pro or Sony Vegas, I think, are the other options. I don't know how to use either of them. I've never bothered looking into it. Premiere Pro does the job fine, and it's a relatively low monthly payment if you want to use a green screen. If you don't want to use a green screen, you don't need it. You can make do with iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. They'll do the job just fine. If you really want to push the boat out and go nuts and spend too much money on doing all this, which I don't recommend you do until you start making some money from your channel. I didn't start spending money until I was making money. Yes, I've spent more than I've made, but not by a huge amount. And I've done it on the basis that I know I'll get that money back, and I'm investing in improving the channel. I didn't go out and spend several £1,000s before I knew I was going to be able to make some money back through the channel. I'd recommend you run on a similar basis. But for me, the top of the range stuff that I'm never going to need to upgrade from, and I know it's not the best microphone money can buy, but it certainly does the job for me. I now have a Blue Yeti. It's set up on this big studio arm thing, which if I bring that up here, that's attached to my desk. It's got this shock absorber thing, which I'm probably shaking like nobody's business. It probably sounds awful, and a pop filter. That whole setup, including the microphone, you're probably looking at about £250. I'll link to it all in the description below. Plus the camera, the lighting. The lighting is probably about 50 or 60 quid. A proper green screen. My one is just a cloth hung on some poles, which cost about 30 quid. I am going to upgrade to one of the ones that stretches out over like a stretchy pole thing, which are about 50 or 60 quid, but I've come this far without needing that, so a bit of green on a stick will do the job for you. The lamps are about 60 quid. That camera was too much money, and you don't need one. It's like £600 for that camera, but it's not necessary. And yeah, you I know this has turned into a let's list loads of kit, but the point I want to make more than anything else is that you don't need to go out and buy all this stuff now. If you feel that the thing that is holding you back from making Football Manager content is that you don't have the kit to be able to do it, I didn't have the kit to be able to do it. At the start, I did my first 100 videos just using a laptop and a headset, and they're fine. They're not great, but they're fine. They got me above 1,000 subscribers. They got me to the point where I was bringing in maybe £20 or £30 a month of YouTube advertising revenue. I got started on my Patreon. I could see the channel was going somewhere, and that then gave me the confidence, both emotionally and financially, to go out and invest in it to make the channel better. And that's where you start buying things like the cameras, the lighting, the green screens, the fancy microphones and all that stuff. But you don't need to do that now. So if you take nothing else from this video, take this one thing. All you need to do to get started is to get started. Don't wait. Don't think, oh, I'll do it when the next version of Football Manager comes out, or I'll do it when I get a video camera. Forget all that. Start making content today. Don't worry about anybody seeing it. Just churn the content out. Don't even look at how many views you're getting until you've done more than 100 videos. And then send me your 100th video, and I'll have a look at it and tell you what I think. Or send it to someone else for them to have a look at. Or if your views do start to skyrocket early on, it means you've got a real knack for it. Then perhaps try and push on a little bit earlier on. But your big thing that you need to do at the start is just practice and get good at doing it. Get fluent at talking, get good at the editing. And it's just a confidence building thing. And the worst thing you can do is have your confidence come from how many views you get for each video, because that's not how it should work. It should be based on how well you know you can do this thing that you enjoy doing. I know we haven't really got into the specifics and the nitty-gritty on today. It was more of an introductory, this is the kit that you need, and this is the mindset that you need to have. That was really deliberate. I didn't want to get into the nitty-gritty because I think that stuff's more important. We're going to do these videos a couple of times a week throughout January, so the next video we are going to get into something a little bit more specific. So if you are at that next level and you're looking for the more nitty-gritty tutorial type stuff, that is going to be coming Wednesday. I think that's going to be coming out, so keep your eyes open for that. But otherwise, if you've enjoyed that, found it helpful, think it would be helpful for other people, make sure you pop a like on there for me. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Daily Football Manager content plus more stuff like this as well. Thank you very much for watching.